And big news coming in. This is related to the India and US trade talks. They were set to happen from 23rd onwards, but now it seems these talks that were supposed to happen between the two teams have been deferred. The Indo-US trade talks are delayed. Why? Because of the Trump tariff turbulence, because of the Supreme Court order that came against the sweeping tariff that were imposed by Trump on various countries and the subsequent reaction of Donald Trump to that. Keeping that in mind, the two sides have decided to delay their talks, and now the two sides will choose another time when things are a little stable. Now, this development is important following the US Supreme Court's verdict against those tariffs which were imposed by the Trump administration on all their trade partners. Now, Trump on Friday imposed 10% and then subsequently 5 more, 15% of tariffs again. Joining us now is India Today's Chetan Bhutani. Chetan, do tell us, is there a timeline that has been set as to when these talks will resume, or right now we are just looking at the fact that let there be a stable environment and then we will go further from there?
Well, absolutely. The Indian delegation, which is actually led by the Commerce Ministry's Joint Secretary Darpan Jain, for a 3-day negotiation aimed at finalizing the facts next, would of course be a little delayed, considering the fact that we have the deliberations that's going on with respect to the delays caused by the US Supreme Court's decision. Well, the delay comes amid the major shifts in US trade policy. The US Supreme Court had ruled that sweeping tariffs imposed by the President Donald Trump on global trading partners were illegal. Administration exceeded its authority under the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Well, despite the ruling, Anjali, the Trump announced a fresh tariff move, imposing a 10% duty on all countries, including India, from February 24th for 150 days, and then raising to eventually 15% a day later. Well, why is the delay? Well, officials, of course, have not announced a new date yet. Sources on both the sides have indicated to us that the meeting would be rescheduled after a complete internal assessment of the notifications are done, which typically suggests a delay of about a few weeks rather than months, depending on the policy clarity from Washington, because the final notification will be received by the government authorities in India, and they would subsequently be doing a legal vetting and understanding of what's really leading to the delays, and they would of course be moving ahead with Washington. But yes, a few weeks delay rather than months is expected of the past.
Chetan, do you expect as the markets open on Monday, this is going to impact the markets?
Well, absolutely. We saw in the US also when markets opened up, on a fresher and a higher note, because the Trump tariffs were declared illegal by the US Supreme Court. We saw the mode being very joyous and very jovial, and we saw futures literally in green. But now, when Donald Trump actually announced a 10% tariff, and subsequently the next day we heard a 15% tariff being announced, of course that would create a negative impact as well, because top line, tariff we will see going up and up only, and we will not be seeing any reduction in taxes. So that would definitely impact the markets, and subsequently tomorrow when the markets open up at 9:15, we would see a certain reaction too coming in.
Right. Thank you very much, Chetan, for all those details.